Now, critics of Israel are fond of pointing out just how big the power disparity between Israel and the Palestinians is. And they are completely correct. Israel can do just about anything it wants. If the IDF chose to destroy Gazans as a people, they could kill almost everyone in Gaza in a matter of weeks. So ask yourself, why haven't they? And if your answer is international pressure, meaning they really would like to commit a genocide, except they don't want to become a pariah state like North Korea, well, then you've already conceded that they're not, in fact, committing a genocide.
Hey guys, I'm out here in Miami and I just saw this video of Coleman Hughes, who is a pro-Israel advocate, somebody that went on the Joe Rogan podcast earlier this year and delineated exactly why Israel is not committing a genocide and why they're justified in this war. And he is speaking out again and sort of debunking some of the talking points that Israel is occupying, Israel is starving, Israel is genociding, all the stuff they like to throw at Israel, and he broke them down one by one. So I want you to check out some of what he did in this monologue for the Free Press. I think that he's somebody who's able to take his emotions out of it and give just point after point, fact after fact, without looking, too emotional, without looking desperate for you to, believe him. And in fact, I think he actually convinces some people of his arguments. Check it out.
I want to discuss the charge of genocide because this is one of the most serious charges made against Israel. It's also, in my view, one of the most absurd. Genocide is the physical destruction, not the metaphorical destruction, not the destruction of property, but the physical destruction of a people in whole or in part. Israel's aim in Gaza is not to destroy the Palestinian people as a whole, nor to destroy Gazan Palestinians in particular. How do we know this? Because even if we accept the Gaza Health Ministry's numbers at face value, that is 60,000 people killed in Gaza in about 22 months of war. That is 3% of Gaza's population. You could argue that it's more than 60,000 dead because there are uncounted bodies tragically trapped under the rubble. But on the other hand, you'd have to subtract the combatants from that number as well, and the IDF says that about 20,000 combatants have been killed. To be clear, my default assumption is that both sides in any war are exaggerating their numbers. But for the sake of argument and fairness, let's just take both sides at their word for a moment. So 60,000 dead, 20,000 of whom are combatants. That's about 3% of Gaza's pre-war population killed in 22 months of war. Now, critics of Israel are fond of pointing out just how big the power disparity between Israel and the Palestinians is. And they are completely correct. Israel can do just about anything it wants. If the IDF chose to destroy Gazans as a people, they could kill almost everyone in Gaza in a matter of weeks. So ask yourself, why haven't they? And if your answer is international pressure, meaning they really would like to commit a genocide, except they don't want to become a pariah state like North Korea, well, then you've already conceded that they're not, in fact, committing a genocide. What you're accusing them of in that case is harboring secret wishes that they're not acting on. So we can have that conversation, but that's separate from an accusation of genocide. The Nazis killed 60% of European Jews. The Turks killed over 50% of Armenians. In Rwanda, something like 80% of Tutsis were killed in 100 days. Those were genocides. And in legitimate cases of genocide, in which a smaller percentage of people were killed, it was because the genocidaire didn't have the ability to kill more. Now, we know that Israel could easily kill 50% or 60 or 80% of Gazans in less than 100 days, if they wanted to, but they don't. And that's really all you need to know to be sure that Israel isn't committing genocide.
Hope you enjoyed that video. And I think that, in general, pro-Israel advocates that aren't Jewish are able to delineate their points much better and convince more people because they're not so personally involved. So, it doesn't look biased. It doesn't look like they're trying to get you to believe something. It looks like they're actually just giving their opinion and giving their reasoning for that opinion, and that instead of screaming at you pro-Israel, be pro-Israel, support Israel and everything it's doing, they're like, okay, this is what happened. This is why I think Israel is correct, and this is why I think Israel is far more correct than the people that they are fighting right now. For more, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored. You can also go to our new merchandise store, IsraelUncensored.com, and check that out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.